Hi everyone, I got the Baby Lock quilt binding foot for Christmas in my stocking. Don't know how Doug knew to get me that, but I wanted to try it out. But in order to try it out, you need to bind something. So I left all the shop samples at the shop, but I thought I would just make a quick mug mat this morning. So I did grab my scraps. I keep all my scrap binding. So I've grabbed some binding to bind my little mug rug in, and we're gonna give this a go. So let's see how this does. So if you ever get a quilt binding foot, the way it's made, if we look at the back side of it, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, the left side of the foot, if you've got it on your machine, is thicker than the right side. So what that does is help you keep your binding aligned when you bring it to the front. If you've ever done machine binding, you sew it to the back of your project first and then bring that up to the front to finish it on the front side. Contrarily, if you are going to bind by hand, you're going to attach that binding first to the front of the quilt and then wrap it to the back, and that's where you do your hand binding. But when you have 8 shop samples ready to bind, you need to do machine binding. So this little gadget then helps keep everything even and keeps your binding aligned on the front side of your project. If you've ever tried to do some binding and it gets a little wonky, goes in and out, I've never had anything happen like that. This is supposed to help keep it straight. So we're going to test that theory with my mug mat. So here's the foot. So you can see maybe from the side that that left side is wider than the right side. So you're just going to attach your foot. So your foot's on. You're going to take your project. So you've sewn the binding onto the back of it. Raise your presser foot and you align it aligned with this notch in your foot. So you want to keep your binding, this edge, right along that, and that's what will give you consistent binding all the way across and no wonky stitches. So let's get stitching. Well, no complaints here. I don't know if you'll really be able to see, but look at how nice and even that lip of binding is all the way around. So I'm glad I got that foot from Santa. Get yourself a quilt binding foot. You won't regret it. Thanks. See ya.